Okay, this is just a quick little video to show you how to correctly enter the syntax. This is the way I always do it because if I don't use the buttons as much as possible, then I end up not having the right syntax. So here we go. So first I'm going to click on the left parenthesis, and you see how it automatically puts in a little space there, and that's very important. And then I'm going to click on volume. And then I'm going to click on the operand for multiply by, and I'm going to click on the area in acres. Okay, and it puts some extra little coding in there, but it does it for you automatically, so you don't have to worry. And then I'm going to close because I'm doing division here, so I have to put this expression in parentheses. So even though the area acres as float is in parentheses, I still have to close the parentheses that's way over on the left by the volume. Hopefully you remember that from your math. And then I'm going to divide it by, and this is where I have to do a left parentheses again. Now I could have just calculated the number on a calculator, 60 times 60 times 24 times 365, fine. But I'm just going to go ahead and take advantage of it and just let it calculate here. So I'm going to go type, I have to type it in because there's nowhere in this window that has a keyboard that lets you click on numbers. So you actually just use your keyboard. So 60 and then times 60 times 24, and I'm using that little asterisk every single time. I'm not trying to type it in myself. You know, you could, if you did it all perfectly, you could type it in yourself, but I find it much better to use the buttons, and that way it puts all the spaces in and makes sure it gets all the syntax right. And then I have to close the parentheses. So I'm going to go ahead. Now see, if I just typed it in at this point, you'd see it's not leaving a space, and that would be a problem. So I'm going to back up and I'm going to hit the right parentheses. So now you see how my parentheses have closed. These two are a pair, these two are a pair, and these two are a pair. So I'm going to check my syntax and make sure it's okay, looking good, and then I'm going to go ahead and calculate. And now I'm just showing you the part of the screen that has the calculations in it here, so they look perfectly good to me. These are numbers that are pretty average. The bigger the stream, like Beaver Creek, is a pretty good size watershed. So it's 259.86 cubic feet per second. Probably we could have done this as integers. I just didn't want to have to make you guys bother to use that round function again so that the integers would work. But you could always go and change the format in this back in your contents and have it just show one decimal or no decimals if you wanted to, even though the actual number is double precision that has 2 decimals to it. So hopefully that will help you guys work through this little sticky part of entering in this expression in structured query language.